I'm really hoping that I didn't buy probably the hardest wood that she's ever encountered here in my wood yard. This is the first time I've ever had oak, because the first time this saw has seen oak, and see how flip fire does with the oak. Third goal, we're gonna test it. And welcome back, fire addicts, to another episode of Travis Does Firewood. And today we're gonna check out these logs. So in a previous episode, I shared with you that I dropped the hammer and purchased some oak logs that are here. Hard to tell how much is here in terms of volume, in terms of cordage. Again, I have a customer who uses oak to smoke meat, and I want to be his primary supplier. And so I found some oak. I bought the oak. I had to make 2 round-trip trips to get the oak with my parents' dump trailer. So today I have a few goals in mind. I have a minute to spare. It's raining here in the Seattle area, as to be expected, but it's not too heavy where I can still work outside and be okay. Anyway, so what I want to do is I want to cut into this log right here, maybe make, I don't know, three rounds, okay? So check out the 400C. I checked the sharpness. It should be sharp enough. But I look forward to all the comments below saying that the saw is not sharp. So I'm going to be getting into this wood, seeing how the 400C does with oak, because the first time the saw has seen oak. And then I'm going to go over to the 1165V and see how the split fire does with the oak. And then, third goal, we're going to test it. So again, this would have been down for over a year. And I know oak takes a long time to dry, so I want to get the process as soon as possible. I just want to test it. I want to see how the saw does. I want to see how the machine does over there, and then I'm going to test it the inside with a moisture meter and see how dry it is or wet it is. So without further ado, let's get it. Alright, so the 400C did pretty good. Cut through it. I can totally tell when Ohio Joe is talking about how awful oak smells. This is the first time I've ever had oak that I needed to split in my wood yard. It's that rare in my area. So I'm gonna get into splitting this in a second. You saw me wipe off some of the bark. This was laying on gravel, so and I didn't want to hit rocks when I'm sawing. So I got 2 rounds here, 1 and 2. I'm gonna get this up on the split fire, get it running, and see how she does. This will be a test. Probably the hardest wood that she's ever encountered here in my wood yard. So see how she does. So the Spitfire 1165V did fine. I mean, in beast mode, she can do pretty much anything. In the first round, we're right in the middle, rock and roll in half, not a problem. Second round, had a few knots in it, so had to go to the side. The log lift did it. I felt it struggle a little bit, but it wasn't too bad. So I have a few pieces from the second round, a few pieces from the first round, and let's see how wet or dry they are. Alright, so moisture meter, Harbor Freight, good times. And we are at 32 and 40. That's a big range there. We got off the scale 50/50s. Smaller piece here. Off the scale. Off the scale. This piece here. Off the scale again. And the last piece off the scale. So, survey says this wood will take a while to dry. Obviously, we all know oak will take a long time, up to 2 years plus. So I have these pieces as small as I would like now, and hopefully they'll dry as soon as possible. I need to get this processed for my smoker guy. Hopefully he'll be ready to be down enough that he'll be content with using it, at least to get it burning. Again, I'm not a meat smoker person, so I don't know the ins and outs. Again, I do know that he does not want kiln-dried oak. So, but some of this wood, like, it looks kind of funky here. I'm throwing it in the wheelbarrow right here, and to me, that looks kind of like punky. But I'm not an expert on species. I'm not an expert on oak. But to me, from my experience here in my wood yard, just the look of it looks punky. But this wood seems to be solid, so I'm really hoping that I didn't buy a money pit of oak. Like all these logs that are now behind the camera that you can't see at the moment. I hope I didn't spend a lot of money on garbage. But I don't know if you can tell. Does that look punky to you? Let's see if I learn a piece here. Like in here. I don't know, folks. I mean, maybe the word punky means different things in different regions. I don't know. If you have any comment or opinion, let me know down in the comments. So, all 3 goals accomplished today, or at least my mission for today. So, the 400C, awesome. The 1165V, awesome. And the moisture meter, I mean, you can't go wrong with these things. They're like $8 or whatever. Only a bit downside are these really tall, these really small batteries in here. Anyway, but had to test this out. Again, treed down for more than a year, but yet the moisture content in this oak is reading mostly off the charts. So, bummer, but I think if it's not punky, so solid, I think it's still a good investment. I just wanted to share that with you. Let me know down in the comments if you have any questions or concerns. In the camera right here, I have some of the mystery maple. It's all split up, just need to stack it, and then I'll move on to the oak because that's the most concerning in terms of getting it dry. And then I still have the Douglas fir and the black locust in the yard. Again, time's always a factor, but time's always a factor, and you all know that, I'm sure, especially with a full-time job and you kids. So anyway, that's it for this episode. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. And remember, life too short to be a prick, so be kind to one another. Rock and roll. Stay safe. Keep cutting. Cheers. Side note, I find myself, so to be honest with you folks, I'm as a contractor and a consultant who is self-employed. I recently lost one of my main clients. So if any of you know any nonprofits that are seeking assistance remotely, let me know down in the comments or email me. All the free time, because I don't have that client anymore, is devoted now back into my house, work in my house. But I think that's one thing about not building a shelter, is because now money is tighter than it even was before. So again, if you have any colleagues or contacts in the nonprofit realm, let me know, and hopefully my cry for help will be heard. Anyway, wearing my microphone. Damn it. Hope this sounds okay. So again, if you want to come down to my wood yard, or if you're local, I can meet you. And if you want to sharpen any of my saws, any chains, all the chains, feel free to come by or to contact me. I will gladly have you sharpen my chains because I hate doing it. So if you comment, then you can be willing to sharpen my chains. Anyway,